Hello guys, my name is Uzoamaka Faith Ezeakunne. I turned 28 in a few days. I currently work as a software engineer and I live in Washington State. What drives me as a person is my passion for womanhood. I remember during my teenage years and even for my early 20s, I had to sit down and think what womanhood meant for me. While I was growing up, I would hear from the community, our grandmothers, they'll tell us things like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for you to be finally married, or I can't wait for you to get of age, or in the house, they would say things like, oh, as a woman, you should learn how to cook, you should learn how to clean. And I grew up in a house of 2 girls and 4 boys. So the chores, when it came to like cooking, they would give the girls more. And I did not like cooking. I mean, I had to learn how to cook against my will. I do believe it's an essential life skill, but I do believe that, it should be equal. It should go both ways. We should all have, equal responsibilities, and dividing roles based on your gender can also affect, the way the women think about themselves and the way men think about themselves. During our grandmother's generation and our mothers, our great-grandmothers, at that time, women did not have rights. I'm Igbo. In Igbo culture, women don't get access to lands. Recently, a lot of parents have started giving lands to their daughters, but a while ago, properties always belonged to the man. So if you want to survive, if you want a roof over your head, and also the men were doing most of the work, so they had most of the money. And as a woman, if you wanted to be successful and live a good life, you have to get a man who was gonna able to put you in a nice house and get you domestic staff, and also to help you with the chores, and also to give back to the man, you have to take care of the home, have children, and look after the home. So if you wanted a roof over your head, you better behave. Now, women are now allowed to work. We're now allowed to get an education, right? Now, our great-grandmothers lived that life. They told us what it meant to become a woman. Then they passed it to our grandmothers. Our grandmothers now taught their daughters, right, which is our mothers, and now our mothers or our family members are teaching us the same thing. What is the new womanhood supposed to look like? What is it supposed to feel like? Because now we have the right to say no. Now you can have a divorce. Now you can get an education. Now you can say no. You can own your life. Being Miss Africa USA 2025 will give me a platform to amplify my voice. My platform is called Women's Wellness. And this encompasses avoiding abuse, owning our lives, thinking about what we really want as a woman. If you like education, be that. If you love fashion as a woman, be that. If you love real estate, owning properties, if you love fancy cars, be that. Instead of putting women in a box where they only have to be one thing, we don't have to do it anymore. Creating this awareness will help to mentor the next generation on how they can leverage our opportunities as women and make the most out of it. Thank you.